Ruin? No ruin. Okay. Dang, I remember we used to check for ruin all the time, bro. I feel like unk now. I also think people are aging themselves though. I think everybody thinks they're unk now for no reason. Like there's some people who are like 25 and they think they're unk. Not really. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't think you hit unk till you're like 35, bro. Or like 30, bro. I think 30 is a fine age to be like, okay, now I'm unk. 25, you're so young at 25, bro. Shoot, even at 30 you're so young. I think people are low-key just aging themselves. I don't know, they're saying they're unk because their culture isn't really mainstream at the time, you know what I'm saying? But like that's normal. You're not unk for your culture not being mainstream. It's like gonna happen. You know what I mean? It's not necessarily a bad thing either. I don't know, I'm glad I grew up in a culture where I didn't grow up on cocomelon. There's kids growing up on cocomelon right now. I'm glad I didn't do that, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not unk for that. There's people who are like 19, 18. Oh dang, I'm unk now. Because yes, you're older, you lived life, but you're still not unk yet. Know what I'm saying? I make that too, sorry friend. I look like an unk, bro. I mean, actually not, it's kind of same though. No, I knew I look like unk when they're I don't know, because I work fast food, right? I knew I was unk when people started calling me sir. I was like, oh shoot, this is cooked. There was like 13-year-old kids, 14-year-old kids coming in the shop with their parents. They'd be like, yes sir, no sir. I mean, it's respectful, but it's like, dang, do I really look that old, bro? I don't hate it, you know what I'm saying? Because like, I don't know, I do understand why people will say there will be people who are like 23 or like 22 or even like I said 25, and they'll be like, ah, please don't call me sir, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to not get it. I'm just like, oh no, bro, it's just like a respect thing, you know what I'm saying? Like I know you're not old, but I can still have respect for you and say yes sir, no sir, you know, yes ma'am, no ma'am. I can still say that. But I definitely understand it a little bit more now. I was like, okay, that's why they're saying that. Not because it's necessarily a bad thing, but it's just like, dang, it makes you feel old, man. So I get that for sure. I didn't understand that until there was like younger kids calling me sir. I was like, dang, no, they don't feel right. I don't bro, I'm like, I'm not even that far away from you. Chill. I got a full beard and hecka hairs on my arm. Hecka arms on my hair. I think that's normal though. Definitely normal. I will say that I feel like some of us are starting to look older than we actually are. I don't know what that's from. That could be from a number of things though. Maybe we're getting less sleep. Maybe we're exposed for like too much blue light. Maybe some of our genetics are just strong, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, my dad blessed me up with the genes, I won't lie. He gave me great genes. But I could grow a goatee if I wanted to. But I don't want the goatee because I already have the beard combo with the mustache. I don't want the goatee because then I'm gonna start looking like unk for real, in my opinion. I want to wait till I'm at least like 25 for that. Then I might embrace that. But I think the beard mustache combo is like, okay, this guy's like maybe 20. You know what I'm saying? That's cool. I'm only 17 and people think I'm old enough to drink. That's what I'm saying, bro. I think it's happening across the board though. There's like kids who are in middle school who look like they're in high school, and it's like, dang, no way you're a middle schooler, bro. Like what the freak? And there's people who are like older who look younger. I don't know, it's really weird, bro. That's just how it is nowadays, bro. I don't know. Like I'm not gonna lie, I do hope that I don't care how I look, I just want to feel healthy. You know what I'm saying? I could look like unk, I could be the meanest unk of my life, as long as I'm healthy, bro. I don't freaking care, bro. That's like the stuff that makes you want to like work out and stuff like that, bro, because genuinely I don't want to be like 30 and then be like having health issues, bro. That's way too young, way too early for my liking. I'm trying to wait till like 60 to really start having any at all. But that's what I'm trying to get on my grind with my cardio, because I work out. Like I'm trying to not glaze myself. I look lean, I don't look unhealthy, but I will say, bro, I need to start running more. I think that's like the worst thing. That's like the worst feeling in the world to me, bro, because like I look healthy and I am healthy, don't get me wrong now, but like the fact that I can't run for like 2 minutes, like bro, I run for 2 minutes, I feel tired. That upsets me so deeply. She saw me. But yeah, bro, that deeply upsets me. I'm like, bro, there's no way that I'm this fit but I can't run. That feels like that thing where people are like, hey, you have a superpower, but the top comment gets to choose the side effect. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, oh, you're healthy, but you can't do anything active without feeling tired. That's like, bro, obviously I can do stuff without feeling like tired. It's not that devious, but I would like to have more stamina. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, I want to be able to run. I think it's to the point to where I would rather be heavier than I am now, but be able to run than where I am now. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with my build now. I'm not like mad skinny. I have muscles, and I'll say like, well, it feels weird to describe myself to other people. I am lean, you know what I'm saying? I'm at a healthy weight and a healthy amount of muscle. But it's like, I would almost give up the muscle and stuff like that if it meant that my cardio was straight and I was still like at a healthy weight. I'll be cool with that, you know what I'm saying? I'll be fine with that. I would give up the definition to feel better when it comes to like activities, you know, to be more comfortable in my body. That would be lit. I'll be a-okay with that, and a heartbeat I'd give it up. But it's so hard for me to like convince myself to get on like treadmills and stuff. Maybe I'm gonna have to start running, or maybe even riding bikes. We'll see. But yeah, I definitely want to do cardio. Maybe that'll be my goal for like, I don't even want to make it like, oh, by the end of the year. Nah, bump that. That's way too long. That's enough time for me to start making excuses. I want to just put it in my workout schedule. Just run for like 15, bro. Just need to start. I'm fat, but I don't really care. I used to be the go at wrestling and powerlifting, but got nerfed for real. Bro got nerfed. Oh shoot. Well, I mean, as long as you're healthy and comfortable, bro, swear. I don't judge anybody. I don't feel, or I try not to judge anybody so long as they're, for one, comfortable in their body and they're, you know, happy. You know what I'm saying? Like your body isn't hurting or aching. You know what I'm saying? You're healthy and you happy. I don't care, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shoot. Be chilling there, you know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to like dating preferences, you know what I'm saying? I think for me, for someone to be unattractive due to weight, it would have to be threatening weight, or weight that's like kind of like genuinely unhealthy. I think you can still pull at someone who is bigger easily. Not even think. I know you can. So it's like, as long as you're healthy, I don't really care, bro. I'm gonna be so for real right now. Any girl above 350-ish pounds is too much for me. But I think 350-ish pounds is where it becomes unhealthy. I think it's more the fact of, if your weight is hindering your ability to like, no. I don't even want to say that. Because some people have medical conditions and stuff. I gotta make sure I word this the right way. If you are willingly choosing to live an unhealthy life with your body, I think it's unattractive, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you could be attractive and a bigger person. That's possible, and it happens all the time. You can be unhealthy and still look good. I could say that. Skinny people do all the time. You could be skinny and still be unhealthy. I think it's like, if you're not willing to make a change, you're unattractive as a person, like deeper than a physical level. Like, it's like, dang, bro, you really gonna do this to your own body, bro? And you have no desire to change, so it's only gonna get worse from here. That's unattractive to me. That's just how I personally feel, though. If someone's trying to be better, or they're being unhealthy but it's reasonable, I think everybody's unhealthy to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't always eat the best. That's fine. You're not gonna always be healthy, you know what I'm saying? But I think when it's getting to an excessive point, or a point to where it's like, okay, you don't want to do anything to better yourself, that's when it becomes unattractive to me. If you're at a healthy weight, but if you're at a non-life-threatening weight and like you're maintaining it, I guess. I'm not sure of the specifics of weight, but you can be like, what, 275 and still be working on yourself, still be attractive. I think it's possible. And as long as you're working on yourself and trying to better yourself, or like maintaining that weight, you're not increasing, you're maintaining, you're not, I think it's possible to still be attractive. Yeah, I mean, the whole problem is love is over, but cause listen, the love ain't there. I know you said that it was toxic, but you kind of like it, you know, granted, you know, the name you have kind of like the toxic stuff. So I remember you saying that, but like, you know what I'm saying? I guess it's just make your intentions clear next time. Cause like, if you're not looking for love, then I'm not gonna find it, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially if that's like the standard, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're both just like, okay, I'm like, you know, love is cool, but you know what I'm saying, that's not really what we're both here for. If it happens, it happens, but not, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, you know, I was thinking about that. Maybe I like it because I'm used to it. I mean, maybe. Well, I mean, it depends. What are we talking about right now? You're used to the person, or you're used to like the toxic aspect of the relationships? I don't know. Both things could be addressed separately, but that's definitely a common thing just because it's familiar. Toxic? Ah, okay. Well, I think that can be changed, or not necessarily changed. You don't have to give up an aspect that you like, but I think there's a healthier way to go about it. Like I said, take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm not an expert. Ask for a second opinion, a third opinion. I think you can keep the not necessarily toxic aspect. If I remember, you said like you like the what's it called, the fights and then the get back togethers. That can, I don't know, you can kind of have that but not have it be to the point to where it's like detrimental to the relationship, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not like if you're not in a toxic relationship that won't happen, you know what I'm saying? Like it won't be as frequent. If you get in like a normal relationship, there's gonna be disagreements, there's gonna be fights, there's get-togethers in every single relationship. If anything, if you get in a relationship where y'all aren't toxic, where y'all aren't fighting every single, you know, week, every single day, then when you get in those, you know, situations where you guys are in a disagreement, the get back togethers are going to be even better because they're less common, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you got to change your craving for that whole toxic thing, bro. I don't think there's nothing wrong with liking making up with your significant other. You should want to solve those problems that y'all have, but I think liking the whole toxic part of it might be bad. This is just red flags almost, where it's like she's trying to genuinely upset you with things she's doing. You might just gotta choose better people, bro. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know though, because I'm not in the relationship or the situation. There's obviously going to be a whole bunch of details that I don't know of, so I can't really speak on that for sure. It's been like this for 4 months. Hey, I think it might be time to break that off for real, gang. Not that breaking up is the solution to any issue you're having in a relationship, but it's more like, do you want to deal with this, you know what I'm saying, long term? Because if you're dating to marry, then that's one thing, you know what I'm saying. If you're dating to marry or just to like spend the rest of your life with this person, it's like, bro, you're gonna have to deal with this probably. So it's like, hey, you gotta pick your battles, bro. I'm going to Singapore for exchange. That's one thing I think that other countries have over the US, is that like y'all be like preparing students for well, I feel so southern. Y'all be preparing students for traveling and stuff like that. Like y'all are forced to learn a different language. Like not just, you know, like America, like, oh, you have to take 2 Spanishes or like 2 foreign languages. Nah, y'all have to actually learn it and speak it. And then like y'all get sent on like trips like that commonly. I'm like, brother, what? We'll be lucky to go down the street for a field trip. To be fair, the UK is low-key the same. People say they did Spanish for high school or something, but I feel like people there do actually speak other languages like French, but that could just be because of their surroundings, because I feel like in the UK you're more likely to speak like French or something. I mean, France is literally not that far from us. That's fair. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like the same thing where it's like South America is right under North America, so like we're more likely to speak Spanish for that reason. Do you guys learn Mexican Spanish or Spanish? That's the funny thing about that. Oh, hello. What the freak? I didn't even hear her. But yeah, the funny thing about that is that actually depends on your teacher. Like your instructor kind of decides that for you. If they're more traditional Spanish, you're gonna learn traditional Spanish, more like Colombian Spanish, I guess. They all teach you the basics, but like there's certain very small differences between each Spanish. It's kind of it's weird. It's like if you were to be taught English by someone who's from the UK over someone who's from the South, like, you know, me. Like if you learn from me, you're gonna be saying like y'all, and you might pick up on like my accent or something like that. So it's kind of the same thing there. They teach you the same basics, but the culture is different, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, the culture is definitely different. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, to be fair, a lot of international schools in Asian countries, I've heard, learn American English. Like in Hong Kong. I didn't know that. What? I don't know. I guess there's a lot of like, I don't know, literature and like things. I don't know. Why do you have no terror radius? America invents a lot of things maybe, or just the culture here is really big because it's kind of like a mixing pot. So when people learn English, they're more likely to interact with American culture than they are with like anywhere else that's speaking English, I imagine. So that's probably why. Like if I were to learn a new language, right? Like if I were to actually learn Spanish, I would like to learn the Spanish that is more popularly accepted, or not even, no, not accepted. Accepted is not the right word, but more commonly used. Like I don't want to learn Danish or something, right? Because although Danish is a cool language, 9 times out of 10, I'm not using Danish. I honestly think it's the entertainment influence, like Hollywood and American YouTubers. Low-key, yeah, especially now with like social media. And it's weird because I remember thinking beforehand that like English was the most spoken language. And this is not recently, this was obviously years ago, but that's because, you know, that's the only language I knew. Like seeing someone who's speaking a different language is very rare for me because like I was in school. I didn't even know that other languages were even spoken like that here. I thought American. Yeah, I thought American was the most spoken language, bro. To find out that it's not was crazy to me. But I feel like even now though, it's still like, even though it's not the biggest language in the world, I think it's like what, Mandarin? It's still so popular just due to culture. I low-key just think social media put America up there. If it wasn't for like social media and like entertainment, I don't think English would be spoken like that. You don't see me. You don't see me. Don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. You don't know where I'm at. Why you hating, bro? Oh shoot, I am kind of getting good against nurse. Whoa, usually I would have died. But yeah, I feel like nowadays you kind of have to know English. Well, you don't have to know it. You definitely don't have to know English if you don't want to. But I think if you didn't know English, it would almost be like not. I think not knowing English at this point is kind of like, just because of how popular it is and how, like, you know, much is being learned nowadays, it's kind of like a hindrance. It feels like almost not knowing Spanish or like French because of how popular it is. Know what I'm saying? Have you been playing Marvel Rivals with Waffles? Me and him were gonna do a stream on it, or we did do a stream. You know how like people will have New Year's resolutions, right? They'll be like, I'm going to the gym every single day this year, every single week I'm going to the gym, I'm gonna get fit, I'm gonna be swole, and then like a month later they stop. Not even like 2 weeks after, like it's empty. Me and Waffles did that joint, bro. I'm gonna keep it a bean. Me and Waffles did that, but we didn't even make it 2 weeks. We made it one stream, never did that joint again, bro. We did one rival stream, never again. But here's the thing, I don't personally enjoy hero shooter team-based games like that. I don't know why. Like, it's weird. Marvel Rivals isn't a bad game. I can acknowledge that it's a good game. I have no hate against Marvel Rivals. I don't like that game though. I don't like to play it. I think the only way I can really explain it that makes sense to me personally, because I still don't actually understand why I don't like Marvel Rivals as a game. It's cool, but I think why I don't like it is when you take a game like Marvel Rivals compared to like another hero shooter like Valorant, right? Similar concepts, but not really. The difference is in Valorant, I can play any role. In Valorant, I can play any role in the game, but I can still keep that core concept of, okay, click and shoot. I don't get to not use guns when I play a specific role when I'm playing Valorant. I can play any character in the game. I'm still able to click and shoot. But I play Marvel Rivals, there's specific roles. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, you're playing this role, all you're gonna be doing, you're getting kills, that's it. Oh, you're playing tank, just sit on site, bro. Just sit on site, hold the shield up, bro. No cap. Oh, you're playing support, all you're doing is healing. That's it, bro. That's it. Just heal. That's all I need you to do. And it's like, it's not bad, it's enjoyable, because like I said, I've played games like that before and I've had fun on them. I don't make that. It's not as fun to me because I feel like I don't get to play the full game based on what character I'm playing. I get to play a piece of the game. I don't like the idea of like a different play style for everyone. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. It's kind of exactly what it is. I don't like it, bro. Like, it's not a bad thing. I get why people like it for sure. It's just like, man, I don't want to just hold this one button all game. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like if you made DBD a game where it's like, okay, you're gonna be running the killer all game. You're just doing generators. You only save. And it's not like, I mean, people play the game like that now, obviously, but it's not like they're forced to. They can do other things and still succeed in the game. You can, bro, try that as a healer in Marvel Rivals. You know what I'm saying? If you're trying to play healer, you can't kill nobody. I mean, maybe, depending on the role, maybe it's possible, but it's ideal if you just stick to one specific thing. Obviously, you can switch characters, but it's just not, bro. I don't know. It's like you can definitely play multiple roles and still have a successful like gaming experience on those games. I just don't like being locked to a specific position, even though there's workarounds. Like, I don't know, bro. But I can acknowledge that Rivals isn't a bad game. Just because the game isn't for me doesn't mean it's a bad game. You know what I'm saying? Like, shoot. I will say this though, I think I'll play Rivals before I play Overwatch. I was still going to do the Rival stream with Waffles, even though I don't particularly enjoy the game. It's kind of boring to me. It's kind of boring to be stuck for like 10 minutes playing one role. Ew. Where is your terror radius? Where are these people coming from? Why do I keep getting jump scared by killers? Dead by Daylight is not supposed to be a horror game, bro. What is going on, bro? That's another thing though about like certain fan bases. I don't know how I feel about the whole universe thing. Okay, so for example, right, with Marvel, there's a lot of different universes, and I don't, it's not a bad thing. I think it definitely makes sense, but specifically stuff like the whole let's just take Spider-Man for example. There are so many different Spider-Mans and so many different, I don't know, bro, it's not bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind it. It just feels weird to have something where it's like everything is canon, you know what I mean? Like anything can like happen. It kind of takes away like the whole risk, the intensity of the series. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, it might make sense, but like they do it in shows like Dragon Ball 2 where it's like, okay, these are different realities, they're all canon, they just don't exist in the same universe. It's cool to have different universes, but when it's like an infinite array of universes where it's like boom, this happened, boom, this happened, that's hard to keep up with for me. But I don't hate it. To be fair, I like the idea of different universes. I kind of want to get your perspective on that though. Honestly, I don't think it's a bad thing, because obviously if it was a bad thing they wouldn't do it. Nah, bro, my time is too clean with it. I just think they should stay secluded like 80% of the time. I think that's fair. Yeah, because if they're not like overlapping super heavily, that's fine. That's cool. You know what I mean? Because at least then it doesn't feel like so much just happening. I don't know. I think the universes adds a different layer to it. That's good, but it can also be very confusing. I make that. Nia, I'm so sorry, bro. Oh, you make those. You make those. You love to see it. I'm actually gonna walk on the far side of this. Like, why would I play on this side? He's not gonna check here. Who in their right mind would play on this side of Killer Shack? No. Because why would you come to that side of Killer Shack? That's the least safe side. Why would you do that? Stop playing with your boy. Like, imagine, like, I'm gonna use DC, Batman. Imagine like a universe where he's not healthy and you get to see that play out. But I don't think that should mean that the different universes should interact. That's actually a W concept. I like that. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, I see what you mean. That does make sense when it comes to like universes where it's like, what if, you know what I'm saying? But what if this happened? What if this was a thing? You know what I'm saying? I think that's cool. When they start overlapping though, I think that's a little confusing. But yeah, I think if it's like DC where it's like, okay, so imagine a reality where this guy actually won this fight, this villain won this fight instead of losing, and this played out, you know what I'm saying? That could be cool. That could be mad cool, and I don't hate that idea. But yeah, are you guys Marvel fans or DC fans? Which one? Maybe I'll tap in with the DC stuff. I don't know. I gotta figure out what type of movies I like. I like comedies for sure. I think I like anything comedy. Let's be real. Comedy is where I'm at. I don't rock with horror like that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's ironic because I played Dead by Daylight as a horror game. Brother, I do not rock with horror at all. There's some people who watch horror for fun. Bro, bump that. Freak is we talking about. No, we're not doing that. I can't watch shows though. I was talking to my second cousin when I said this, bro. Shout out my dog Dre. I was like in a call with him and I was like, yo, I can't watch movies or shows. And the reason why I don't is because when I start watching something, I get hooked to it. In a really bad way, like in an addictive way. I'll binge watch it. I can't, bro. Like I would deviously binge watch something, bro. When I watch a show, like maybe like once or twice a year, bro, if it's a good show, I'm not leaving, bro. Like I'll be watching that for a straight week, and don't let it have a bad ending. If it has a bad ending, bro, I might be emo for a whole day or two. I swear. Oh yeah, speaking about that, the new diabetes involves not getting food. Really? Or not getting good food? Word? I have not heard about this. No, I'm pretty sure you don't mean like a new type of diabetes, but it's like the new age of diabetes is this, you know what I'm saying? Unless there really is a new type of diabetes. Type 5 oh, that's real. Wait, whoa, no way. Dang, I had no freaking idea. Diabetes got an update. A newly recognized form of diabetes linked to chronic undernutrition, particularly during childhood. Wow. That's freaking real. Well, I mean, I think it makes sense though. If I'm being honest, it definitely does make sense. Like that happens all the time. I wonder what the top food is basically that is causing this new type of diabetes. Like, is it like fast food? Because I know nowadays we eat a lot of like unhealthy things commonly. So I just wonder what it like came from. People say that eating healthy is kind of expensive. So it's like, I'm not surprised by this. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're just trying to survive, you'll eat whatever, bro. You know what I'm saying? People survive off ramen noodles all the time. That's like a common trope of like college students. Like, oh, I survived off of just straight ramen noodles. It's like, I can't say I'm surprised by, you know, this new discovery, to be fair. I'm just surprised that they classified it. I need to start watching the things I'm eating though. I don't particularly eat unhealthy. I thank God for that. I'm glad that I like healthy foods. I'm not more, I don't like vegetables like that, but I'm big on fruit. That kind of carries me a little bit, but it's like I can definitely see why type 5 diabetes is. I think it's easy to eat unhealthy, especially now. Well, I feel bad for all the people who have type 5, how they get rid of it if possible, because type 5 at least sounds very treatable. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because mofos like you be eating fried Oreos. Hey, it's about moderation. It's about moderation. No cap. I don't be eating fried Oreos unless I'm at the fair, bro. That joint's like once a year. I mean, I think it is about moderation for everything. Like even now, I think it's more like for me. Well, for one, you gotta figure out what works for yourself. I feel like I'm disciplined enough to wait for something, right? Like for example, there's this boba shop I've been trying to get back to for like a hot minute, and it's not that far from me, but I've been trying to get back to it, and I'm just waiting until a certain day, and then I'm gonna reward myself with that joint. So I guess it's just about being more like balanced and everything. But you can eat unhealthy and still be healthy, bro. But yet again, I think it varies from person to person, bro. Some people have conditions. Like some people literally eat healthy, but still like you can never tell. But it's just because they have like a certain condition or whatever. So I mean, about that freaking moderation, bro. You know, a struggle that people don't talk about enough. My favorite color is blue, right? Well, I have a couple favorite colors, but blue is one of my favorite colors. But it hurts me. Blue doesn't look. No, blue looks good on me, but I look better in other colors. That's an upsetting struggle. You know what I'm saying? People don't talk about that joint enough, bro. I look good in blue, but honestly speaking, I feel like I look best in red or like brown or green or something like that. All these are great colors. I obviously have fits that are these colors. It's great, but it's like as a person who enjoys the colors like blue, purple, you know what I'm saying? Bro, I can't pull it. I can probably pull them off, but it's just like it's harder for me too. So that joint kind of sucks. I'm like, bro, all of my favorite colors, I could wear them, and I do. To me, I don't feel like I look the best in those colors. So I'm just like, dang, bro, that joint sucks. To be honest, Pooch, I'm surprised that you aren't more popular. You got every aspect mastered for streaming. Well, for one, thank you. For one, thank you. I've been doing it for a while, but it's like it's soon to come. It's definitely soon to come. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but once I get the traction started moving, it's going to just keep going from there. I have faith that it's gonna go somewhere. But thank you, bro. Like I streamed for 4 years straight, never got past like 3 viewers. Honestly, that's the reality for a lot of people. I've been blessed enough to be put in positions to grow from streaming. And obviously, like I don't know, I've been doing this for like a long time too. Kind of like a similar time span. I've been streaming for like 4 to 5 years too. But I guess it's because it started off as a hobby. I don't really care about the views. That doesn't go for everything. Obviously, I've been doing this for a while. At some point, you have to kind of care about the views. But I guess like recently, it's just more been a thing I've been doing for fun. So it's like I don't really care about the viewership per se. I just kind of enjoy making content. You can do everything right when streaming, and I don't know, if the right cards aren't given to you, you could still not do well. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like almost like a luck at the draw. I don't know, bro. I just don't want your talent to go wasted by getting sabotaged by Twitch. It won't. And again, thank you. But it's like I've already kind of come to terms with that whole like idea. For me now, it's like if my Twitch/YouTube doesn't take off, I won't regret it. Even if like it doesn't end up being something like big, I won't regret doing YouTube or like Twitch because like it's fun. Like I could do this for years on end, and like as long as I'm still enjoying like DBD, I'm still gonna enjoy this. So it's almost like the talent isn't being wasted because the little amount of people that do watch my streams, as long as they enjoy it, the talent's not being wasted, in my opinion. Like I enjoy my streams, the people who do watch my streams enjoy my streams. I think that's a success. I mean, it's not enjoyed by millions or hundreds or shoot, maybe even tens, but some people enjoy the streams. I enjoy the streams. Most importantly, I enjoy the streams. So it's like cool, you know what I'm saying? If it takes off, it takes off, but if not, I'll be happy with it. But it's also kind of why I try to keep my like doors open. Like I think at one point I was kind of going full force on Twitch and YouTube. It's not a good idea unless it's already kind of started, you know what I'm saying? I'm still in school. Like I'm still like trying to go to college. I'm still doing that stuff. I'm trying to keep my options open. So it's like if this does, I'm taking off, cool, absolutely, that's fire. But if not, I'm cool with that. I still have paths in life to take, you know what I'm saying? Loki, you should start posting more on TikTok. I've been doing it actually. I have a lot of stuff I'm prepared to do, bro. I'm not necessarily trying to what's it called, pull viewership from the other platforms. Although I do know it is important to post on the other platforms, which is why I do it. But at the same time, I don't want people to get stuck in the trap of posting videos just to grow. You gotta enjoy what you do to some extent. For me, the reason why I enjoy making TikToks is because I enjoy watching the clips. Because editing is fun. I've been doing it for a while. Editing's fun, but like, if I'm not editing something interesting to me, I'm just not, it's just not fun. Burnout is real in all forms. I can definitely attest to that, bro. I think it's why variety is so important, like you said. Variety is the spice to life, bro. Like, that's so true. I think burnout is always going to happen. You're going to need a break from certain things, but how frequently it happens can be controlled, I feel. I'll use a simple example though, I guess. Like, since I'm already on the topic, like food, bro. I got you. If you eat the same food, it's just gonna get boring, bro. You can't eat the same food all the time. Like, some people love pizza. I can only have pizza like maybe 2 times a month, maybe not even 2 times a month. But I remember there was this one time where I was eating pizza like very consistently. It was me and my family. We were just eating pizza consistently. We were all just like, yo, we're tired of this. And it was just like for like a good month or two, we literally couldn't eat pizza, or we didn't want it because like we just had it so much, bro. So I think it's almost the same thing with what, gaming, bro, like friendships. I can talk about so much with this. Yeah, sometimes I have to take time out of my day to just like be alone, but I think that's a good thing though. I think everybody should take time to like be alone, and not only be alone, but learn to be okay being alone. Not in like a sad way. Like, I don't mean, you know what I'm saying, like maybe you don't have a lot of friends and stuff like that, like relationship. I'm not talking about that. I just mean genuinely, like day to day, I think everybody should learn to be comfortable being alone. There's this YouTuber I watch called Ducky D. He, in one of his videos, bro, said that some of your best ideas come from when you're just sitting alone doing nothing, like not even like scrolling social media, not like talking to nobody, literally just sitting in silence with nothing but your thoughts. Some of your best ideas come from then. But it's also kind of refreshing. I think that's why I enjoy mornings so much. I was talking about this another stream, but I was saying how I enjoy early mornings just because it's so peaceful. Like, I'm not even a morning person. That's the only thing that pushes me to wake up early in the morning, is like that quietness of just like, yo, nothing's happening, is peaceful, bro. But you also got to learn how to be with other people too. I'm definitely trying to work on my social stamina. Ooh, is that a word? Did I just make that? Social stamina? Who am I feeling like? Oh, I hope no one's made that word. Hold up. Dang it. Someone has that as a song name. But yeah, social stamina, bro. I definitely want to work on that. I get very overstimulated sometimes by social situations, bro. Trying to get better with it. People gotta have a comfort in being alone and self-reflection. Thinking about all the positive and negatives of yourself helps shape how you want to change. Stagnation is a real enemy of everyone. Seriously, bro. But I also think some people can get very comfortable being alone, and like I feel like that's almost equally as bad, because I feel like sometimes it's easy to get like comfortable being alone and not wanting to go back out and stop being alone. Oh, okay. You gotta be okay with also coming back together with others. I know on some of my worst of days, my bros are the people who keep me like going and like what's it called, get rid of like the positive or the negative stuff that like, or the negative mood I may be having. My bros are there for me for that. So like, you also got to be able to like come back, you know, not get too comfortable being alone, because you know, as much as you can like, what's it called, think about the positive and negatives, you're also your own worst enemy. So it's very easy to be able to like beat yourself down. So I think there's definitely a balance, and this is coming from someone who loves to be alone almost. I definitely love my free time, but I love being with others too. I got mental illness and I want to understand it and how it affects my behavior and how to make changes for myself to live with it. That's good, bro. Like, dang, man, because like it's important to like evaluate yourself and like try to work on being better. So I respect you for that, bro. Honestly, it's really easy to like not working yourself. So taking the initiative and what, freaking going to school for it, for one, like, dang, bro, it's freaking crazy. I think it's important to work on ourselves, but it's also important to be patient with ourselves. Yeah, it's very easy to like, what's it called, like I said, be your own biggest enemy, be very hard on yourself. So I think it's important to like remember that we're human, we have mistakes, or we make mistakes. Yeah, as a content creator, I kind of like, I don't know, man. I've battled with that before, the whole like improving yourself by making sure not to critique yourself in a way that you wouldn't critique a friend or like a sibling with, you know what I'm saying? Be kind to yourself, you know what I mean? It's not hard to do, but it takes some self-discipline to maintain. I think honestly, learning how to have good discipline could carry you throughout your entire life, if I'm being real. It's more like a core skill when you think about it. It's like something that you can learn that helps you improve in like everything in life. Some people do discipline too much to where it's like you're not even enjoying life at that point. I mean, that's why people have like cheat days when they like do like, for example, what we were already talking about, like the calorie intake. I feel like too much discipline can low-key make your life just as bad as not having enough discipline. But like, is that even possible though? Because can too much of something make you bad? Think about it, right? If I have a lot of good memory, that can't be bad for me, right? Unless there's like a lot of bad events in my life. But that's more like an outside thing, you know what I'm saying? I feel like with every single skill, having too much of it can't hurt you unless you just don't use it for the right things. Goes from discipline to OCD. Dang, I wonder when it reaches that point. I think it just depends on how you apply it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is kind of a crazy example, right? But like, let's just say what, you're really good at medical stuff, right? But you use the medical stuff to hurt people, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, right, I'm on DBD. Look at this perk, right? Hold up, sloppy butcher, right? You could be good at medical stuff, but read the description right there, bro. You know where to hit them to make them bleed. You can apply a skill in a bad area and make it bad for you, you know what I'm saying? You could use a skill negatively. So I guess it's the same thing with discipline. You can have bad discipline. Shoot, got me thinking and stuff. A great memory is great unless you're an overthinker and stress yourself out. Like people like people that like a clean house versus people who don't, that obsess over cleanliness. So yeah, I guess it's how you apply it. Moderation makes up the difference for sure. Does having moderation almost make you more disciplined? So I think you can have a good sense of moderation and also a good sense of discipline. I don't think it's like a skill chart where it's like, okay, I have this much discipline, so I can only have this much moderation. Like, you can have both. It just depends on how you apply that joint. I guess it's just what I've been trying to work on then. I'm trying to find my bad traits and improve them, or not necessarily bad traits, but things that I want to be better at, and I'm trying to work on them slowly. And that's what kind of keeps me motivated. That's why I play DBD. I enjoyed Dead by Daylight as a game, but what made me really enjoy it was when I came back to the game and I think Kaneki was out. It wasn't fun to play against them, but learning how to play against them and seeing it visually, like making a change in my gameplay and making me better, that kind of made me want to play Dead by Daylight. Like, not necessarily surviving or escaping, I don't really care about that. Obviously escaping feels good, but I think it feels better to get good at a skill, especially a skill that's been like hindering you for a while, and that made DBD fun. So I guess it's almost the same way with life. Working on skills that I'm bad at and then seeing the visual improvement, that's fun for me. Like, that's super cool. That's my motivation to get better at things. It's just like having a problem and finding a solution, kind of. Shoot, it's like some therapy right here. Shoot, I hope y'all receive something from this. There's some therapy right here in this chat. I think one of the examples I've seen that I like the most was allow yourself to be angry or upset, because it shows you how to handle the pressure of you versus the problem, teaches you patience like exercising a muscle. Yeah, I feel like bottling up that emotion is just as bad as like not bottling it up, you know what I'm saying? I think it's okay to be angry, bro. It's genuinely okay to be angry. It just depends on how you handle it. It's a normal emotion. I think trying to avoid anger is just as bad as being too angry. So yeah, which points back to what? Moderation. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, allow yourself to be angry, but express that in a way that is fair to other people, fair to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, don't bottle that joint up and just be angry at yourself. It was nice talking to you. Thanks for the match. I'll try to catch next stream. Sorry for yapping so much. Nah, bro, it's a good conversation, man. But yeah, man, I hope y'all have a good rest of your days and stuff.